You're listening to Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. On the Virus, Sirius XM.
It was pretty amazing, and I finally met a girl, and she knew a guy, and so and so and so and so, and they knew an agent, and this and that, and this and that.
That's how it works.
And I went and I read for an episodic television show called St. Elsewhere. And when I went to the thing, I had to go to work, and I was figuring I was going to be late. So when I went to read for the part, I had my Union 76 outfit on, because I was going to work, right? And so I went in and I read. It was the bad brother. I was like the bully brother of a family of bigots, and it was I was the hoodlum brother. And by the time I got to work, there was a message for me to call this agent, and I called him up and I said, "What's up?" And he said, "You got the job." And I said, "Wow." I was, I couldn't believe it. I was pretty stunned, and they said, "Yeah, the casting director said how brilliant it was that you came in dressed as a working class person."
Yeah.
And I said, "What do you think? I went to Western Costume and fucking bought that. I was going to work, for God's sake."
You're on the phone. They're hearing the ding ding of the cars driving over the fucking hose.
It worked, though, I guess. And that was the first thing I ever did. It was Denzel Washington was in it, and David Morris. It was a TV series about a hospital thing, and I don't know. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I had a cool jacket. I remember that. They gave me this brown leather jacket. It was kind of cool.
But then you never.
I
looked
just
back.
let the jacket act for me.
Yeah, let the jacket do the work.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I got this bitchin' jacket. So don't fuck with me. All right? Hey, look at my jacket. Yeah.
That's great though, and you kind of, you so vividly remember when you got out of your shit, fucking real job.
Listen, I started getting a couple things after that. I got like Miami Vice and Tour of Duty and a couple of other little Jake and the Fat Man. A couple of things. Remember, I went to to Ray, who was running the place, and I said, "Look, Ray, I'm not going to be here tomorrow because I come in." He goes, "I suppose you're going to go do another one of those television shows." And I go, "Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, I am." And he goes, "Listen, kid, you better make up your mind what you're going to do." He goes, "When you signed up here, you didn't tell anybody you were an actor." And I said, "Well, I didn't really consider myself one at that time." And he goes, "Oh, getting intellectual on me now." And I said, "No." I said, "No, man, I got to go do this thing." And he goes, "Listen, we need you around here, okay? So you better make up your fucking mind, kid." And I'm like, "Oh, well, should I make $2.50 an hour and having you yelling at my face, and having people honking at me, and having Warren Beatty ask me if I should check his oil, or should I go and,
and try to be Warren Beatty?
Try to, I said, "Well, geez, that's going to be a hard decision, Ray." I said,
Let me think about it.
I need to think about this. Yeah, I'll let you know on Monday. I'll give you a call.
Yeah, that's something.
Said that to me, you better make up your mind.
All right,
when you really
stay here, Ray.
Michael,
I need to help these people. Fuck Hollywood. Fuck the movies, man. Fuck it. Jack Lemmon needs me. He needs a Val job. God damn it.
When you finally made it, did you ever go back to Ray's place to kind of maybe go, "Hey, Ray,
pull in for some gas"?
Right.
You're pulling for some gas. See who the new kid is.
With a fake flat tire or something.
I've rolled in there a couple of times, and it's kind of a funny feeling.
Right on.
Yeah,
it's like a whole nother life. 1,000 years ago.
I think I backed into one of the pumps one night in a limo. Knocked the damn thing off the pedestal.
Sorry, Ray, and just
Sorry,
pull
Ray.
away. Yeah.
There goes that son of a bitch.
Get back
I
here.
remember him. Stupid kid. We needed him. Motherfucker.
You always have the intimidating guy roles or anything. Growing up, were you like that? Were you kind of a troublemaker? Were you kind of just a nice guy with a low, intimidating voice?
My parents divorced when I was young, and we moved around an awful lot. My father was a Chicago firefighter, and we just were constantly on the move, so I was always like the new kid,
Yeah.
Whenever you're the new guy, you tend to, hook up with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
And a lot of my pals were kind of dangerous, and I I learned my lesson early on about those kinds of things.
Yeah. Did you must have taken something away from them and brought it into your acting.
I don't know how I made it because most of them are dead. So,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of those. I was, parents divorced and then moving around a lot, and the same thing. You fall in with some real fun people when you're
always looking for new recruits.
They're looking for new recruits, so you get in. Yeah, you're the new
you
kid.
get in easy.
They were exciting. It was the only thing going on,
Yeah.
I was like, sure, let's go rip off a car. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Fuck it.
Breaking into houses and stealing horrible turntables.
Sure. Oh God, I stole a turntable of a church one time. Jesus. I did. I swear to God, I went to this youth group. They had a youth lounge. They had a really bitchin' stereo in there. And so, like a couple nights later, I went over there and I took the damn thing and I put it outside and in the bushes underneath the
Yeah, you had to stash it first.
Yeah, I stash exactly. Right? Yeah, you know how it goes.
Yep.
How do you know? See, you're just
I used
like
to
me.
do that.
You
Yeah.
understand the mentality.
Same
And
stuff.
I went back and got it, and I put it in my room, and
You have to let the heat blow over and see if like anyone was onto it, and found it where you stashed it or something like that.
Scratch it up a little,
Yeah.
I found it.
Yeah.
I found it. Look at this thing. I found it. I can't
And
believe
then when
it.
you realize the heat's not on. I took a bike.
Fucking thing. Look at it.
I was going to Dana Hills High School when I lived out in California, and I used to walk home, and I didn't want to fucking walk, so I went to the bike rack and just grabbed the bike. And I rode the bike, and I stashed it in the woods, kind of under some shit where we used to go with the horses. And as we were going through one day, I went, "Hey, wait a minute, what's that?" And I go, "Holy shit, a bike! I found a bike!" And my father goes, "All right, we got to call the police so they could take it down to the police station to see if it was stolen."
No, Dad.
So I'm like, I was like, "Oh, yeah,
let's do that."
They took it down there. The cops told me if it's not claimed in 3 months, it's mine.
3 months.
And 3 months later, no one claimed it. So it was mine.
I felt bad about the church thing, but then again, the whole reason I did it was because the priest was like hitting on my mom,
Jesus.
At least he wasn't hitting on you.
That was
Exactly. Yeah, it's even worse. Then I would have burnt the place to the ground with him in it. Okay? I had to wait until he was in there doing his spiel and set the whole fucking place on fire. And burnt that motherfucker up with the whole place. It was bad enough he was hitting on my mom. Okay, we're out there singing the hymns and he's hitting on my mom. Okay, you fuck. Guess what I'm going to do later today? I'm going to rip off your youth lounge. Okay. I'm taking your stereo system, you freak.
So it was completely
You
justified.
freak motherfucker.
On your mom.
Yeah, come on.
That's
it's my
not
mom.
right,
What's he
man.
doing? He's supposed to be a man of God. He's like hitting on my mom.
That is not right.
Jesus Christ. Come on, man. I'm glad I stole that goddamn thing.
Is he the most intimidating guy we've ever had on the show?
I love him. Jesus Christ.
Top of the list. Most intimidating guy right here, man.
Open and honest.
No shit.
I'm a dad with 6 kids, and I'm really, I play dangerous people, but I'm,
I actually saw an interview with you where they showed your house in Malibu and your kids, and you were just this nice, peaceful guy, almost like it was almost.
Well, he writes poetry, right?
Yeah, well, you
do a little
not
poetry.
lately.
Lately.
I kind of got over that.
I got over it.
It was fun for a while. I wrote a lot of stuff, and then finally one day I just figured that's it. I got nothing else to say. I mean, I wrote a couple of books, and that's it. I really don't want to repeat myself. The leaves were blowing across the driveway. Frank Sinatra's dead. What am I gonna do now? I'll have another shot of whiskey. I'll light a lucky strike and take a walk in the rain. Thinking about Frank. It's like, oh Jesus, Michael, God.
What the hell are you writing about?
It was fun while it lasted.
that was actually kind of good.
Oh, it's in there. You got to get
Conjured
the
up
book.
an image. It really did.
It's available. He's got an actual book out. It's
Frank
on
Sinatra's
Amazon.com.
Driveway.
Yeah.
Conjures up an image. Do you you drink or give that up?
Once upon a time, when I was younger, that was definitely the thing to do. I mean, I think I probably, well, sure. I mean, I never lost my mind, but sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you got to know when to say when, and You have to wait till you have to wait till after work. Put it that way.
Oh, did you ever on the job? You ever drink on the job?
No, it's kind of dangerous, especially if you have to jump out of a Hummer onto the flatbed truck, or you got to fall through a plate glass table, or you're shooting off guns. You know, you better be careful, and you can't be hammered. You know, that's how accidents happen.
Yeah, who the hell is that one guy? It happens every so often.
Yeah.
Oh, John Eric Hexum?
Yeah, that's a perfect example.
Yeah, he's had a blank gun. You put it against his temple and pulls the trigger, and you're still getting the same force coming out of the barrel, and the thing put a piece of bone right through his brain.
Yeah,
what the hell are you doing? It's a gun, you idiot.
A movie set can be a dangerous place. You got to be careful. You got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you handle a lot. Do you shoot guns at all? Real life?
I got a Winchester pump. I got a 12 gauge shotgun.
Home security.
Keep talking. You're making Anthony hard.
I love that shit.
Yeah, it's a nice gun. A Winchester pump. Yeah.
Look at Anthony.
The gun actually used to belong to Steve McQueen.
Oh wow!
It's the one that he used in The Getaway. You know, when he goes in the gun shop and he gets the shotgun, he takes the shells, he puts them in his pocket, he wraps it up in paper, and he goes outside and he tells the cops to lay down in the street, and he starts blasting the squad car in slow motion.
Sam Peckinpah.
He kept that gun, and he really liked that one. And years later, I became friends with his son Chad, and me and Chad were hammered one night. It was my birthday, and I was over at Chad's, and he knew that I was a big fan of that picture. And he gave me the shotgun. He gave me Steve's shotgun. So
that's a fucking present. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it kind of was. It kind of was. That's a nice thing to have around the house.
There's a guy whose like career transcends time. There are people now that are huge McQueen fans that weren't even alive when he died.
Steve was much too young to go away, but God, what he left behind.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Great movies.
Yeah, well, there was a different time, and there was a different kind of directors back then, and there was a whole different mindset.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I was born in the wrong era.
Yeah. A little earlier would have been a little better.
Yeah. I mean, the guys like Peckinpah and some of those cats, you know, they're making some pretty good pictures.
That was some sick shit, Peckinpah, man. It's like, yeah, this isn't graphic enough. Let me slow it down and just see shit flying out of their backs. And
he's up on the crane with a tumbler of vodka, you know. A bar on the set. Those were the days, right?
Yeah, well.
Made some great movies, yeah.
Yeah, he sure did. I know his godson, Joseph Culp. He's Robert Culp's son.
Oh, yeah?
Told me some good Peckinpah stories, yeah. He told me that when they did, when they were doing Wild Bunch, that at a lunch break, Ben Johnson and Bill and I guess they took some chickens and they buried them in the ground with only the head sticking out on top of the dirt.
Jesus.
And then they were all get back with their rifles and they were going to take a target shot and see who could blow their heads off. But the chickens, once they're buried in the ground, they go like they fell asleep. Their heads just go like this, like they're dead. And they just fall asleep, and they're like, "Oh man, this ain't gonna be no fun." You know, they pop their heads off, but they're sleeping. You know, this isn't right, right?
That isn't right.
And so apparently,
if they're up clucking, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
but sleeping, that's not right.
So apparently, Mr.
Jesus
Peckinpah,
Christ!
Apparently, Sam Peckinpah, apparently him, or maybe it was Warren Oates. One of the two of them apparently went over to the sleeping chickens and squirted Zippo lighter fluid on all their heads.
Oh my God.
It woke them up, yeah. And they were awake then, man. And then I guess then the shooting began. So the target practice commenced after that. So then they had to put them out of their misery. Then it was humane.
Right, of course, of
Jesus,
course.
their eyes are stinging fire. You know.
Holy boy, it certainly was a different time.
Yeah.
Was the
Boy.
Humane Society person on set that day? Or?
No, I don't think those folks were around back
Yeah,
then.
probably not.
My God.
Wow. How many goddamn stories must you have? Holy shit.
Write a book.
We'd be here for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
The Virus. Sirius XM. This